Hey guys, it's Graham. What's crackin'? We continue our recap of Larry Correia's Saga of the Forgotten Warrior with the third entry in the series, Destroyer of Worlds. Each book starts with a flashback to a significant event decades in the past. In this instance, we get a look at the feud between Devadas and Ashok, two men of similar skill set yet very different temperament. Ashok has power that he doesn't want yet cannot shed, while Devadas is outwardly worthy of that power and cannot have it. His only avenue is to challenge Ashok to a duel to win his sword. Ashok naturally wins the fight as he is the bearer of an ancestor blade. Devadas still harbors the same feelings 20 years later. At the end of House of Assassins, Book 2, our heroes shared in a victory over the eponymous wizard cult and rescued their prophetess, Theravane. While the main conflict is not over, they do get to rest and recover a little bit, and those with distant obligations will part ways with the main group to tend to what's theirs. In the capital of Locke, the Grand Inquisitor Omand Vokan is still scheming to have all of the casteless annihilated. He manipulates the government to keep things moving. While he is technically in an alliance with Devadas, neither man truly trusts the other. Devadas sees to the casteless eradication, and during one encounter, he notices that the casteless and other rebels are fighting back with fortress weapons, crude black powder rifles. The Isle of Fortress is the only place where these weapons are made, and its geographical location across the water makes it impossible for Locke to wipe them out. Owning their technology in Locke is illegal, but hey, there's a lot of that going on lately. Ashok and Thera, the champion and the prophetess, take up a romantic relationship together as they lead the surviving casteless army to a distant stronghold called the Cove. When they finally reach the place, secured by their friend Kita, they learn that other rebels are waylaid by a plague and are not expected to live for long. Among the rebels, there is an Inquisitor spy named Javed, who regularly checks in with Omand using demon parts to magically communicate with his master. It is revealed that the plague is artificial, created by a magical pattern that Omand employed in order to mess with the rebels' religious superstitions. The plan is to undo the plague at a key time, thus controlling the religious narrative and subverting Thera's prophecies. However, while Javed is away, Thera has a breakthrough with the voice in her head and is able to see the necessary pattern to cure the plague. She implements the cure, and people start getting better before Javed does anything, which further complicates Oman's schemes. Worse, it proves that the Forgotten Gods have become more brazen in their involvement in this war. As Devadas continues onward, his quest eventually leads him to a final standoff with Ashok, bringing their lifelong feud to a head. Both men deal out incredible damage to each other, fueled and healed by their connection to the heart of the mountain. See Book 1. But when Ashok moves in for the kill, the Forgotten Gods once again intervene and spare Devadas's life. As a result, Ashok is hurled into a nearby river and his body is washed away while the rebels escape. Elsewhere throughout the story, other characters cross paths. Jagdish, determined to return to his wife and unborn child, takes his haul from the House of Assassins and returns to House Vidal, where he is treated as a deserter and awaits sentencing. However, he anticipated this outcome and told his story along the way, drumming up popular support for himself, which puts Harta Vidal, the House leader, in a precarious position. Rada and Carno, still on the run from Inquisitors and their assassins, end up in Vidal territory and are also taken in by Harta. In a piece of deft political maneuvering, Rada counsels Harta to take control of Jagdish's story and tell everyone that he was a secret undercover operative with Ashok's army, and that he did exactly what he was supposed to do, returning to Vidal with incredible wealth. This allows Harta to benefit from Jagdish's popularity, and Jagdish is promoted to the head of a garrison. When Jagdish finally returns home, he learns that his wife tragically died during childbirth while he was away, but that his child survived and he now has a daughter instead of a son, as he had supposed. Later, when Rada and Carno seek to escape further danger, Jagdish takes them into his garrison, grateful for how they helped him. The story concludes when Ashok wakes up on the shores of the Isle of Fortress, having floated across the waters to that distant land. A local suggests that his injuries and subsequent journey should have killed him, to which Ashok says that he's starting to think he's not allowed to die. Stay subscribed for the recap of Book 4, Tower of Silence, coming soon. Larry Correia is currently at work on Book 5, Graveyard of Demons, and a release date has been announced for November of 2024. However, at the time of this recording, early April of the same year, Correia is unsure whether the book will be split into two or whether the fifth volume will just be significantly larger than the rest. Speaking as a fan of this series for the last 2 years, I'm sure others agree. None of us cares. We're just ready for more of this, and we're excited to see how it all wraps up. So check this out, and be sure to check out the other videos that recap books 1 and 2 in this series. And until next time, drive safe. See you out there.